Hello everyone, welcome to the market opening bell on Thursday, September 11th, your 10-minute guide to the stock market. Following global markets, the Hang Seng Index opened 104 points higher and later surged up to 358 points, reaching a four-year high of 26,296. It closed up 262 points or 1% at 26,200. The X-share index rose 85 points or 0.93% to 9,328, while the Hang Seng Tech Index gained 73 points or 1.3% to 5,902. Total market turnover was 288.2 billion Hong Kong dollars. Southbound funds net bought $7.566 billion in Hong Kong stocks, including net buys Alibaba 4.511 billion. Bilibili 362 million, CSOP Hang Seng Tech ETF 177 million, SMIC 161 million, CNOOC 154 million. Net sales include PopMart 1.711 billion, Ecosol 900 million, Xiaomi 440 million, Kingsoft Cloud 344 million. Southbound funds have net bought Alibaba for 14 consecutive days, totaling 33.413 billion, while net selling PopMart and Xiaomi for 3 days, totaling 2.474 billion and 2.54 billion respectively. Technically, the Hang Seng Index hits its 26,200 target, with further upside targets at 26,500 and 26,800, and support at 25,700 and 25,800. On A-shares, all three major indexes closed higher. The Shanghai Composite rose 5 points or 0.1% to 3,812. The Shenzhen Component gained 47 points or 0.4% to 12,557. The Chinex Index rose 37 points or 1.3% to 2,904. Total turnover in Shanghai and Shenzhen was 1.978 trillion yuan, down 140.3 billion yuan from the previous day. The renminbi central parity rate ended 2 days of gains, set at 7.1062 against the US dollar, down 54 pips. China's August CPI fell 0.4% year-on-year, below the expected 0.2% decline, flat month-on-month due to a high base last year and lower than seasonal food price increases. Core CPI rose 0.9% year-on-year, up 0.1 percentage points from last month, marking 4 consecutive months of increases. August PPI fell 2.9% year-on-year, matching expectations but narrowing by 0.7 points from last month, the first slowdown since March. Month-on-month PPI was flat after a 0.2% decline. Industrial producer purchase prices fell 4% year-on-year, flat month-on-month. Positive changes included optimized market competition, steady growth in new industries, and rising demand for premium consumption. Alibaba rose for the fourth day, driven by expectations of strong Alibaba Cloud growth after Oracle's post-market earnings projected a 77% revenue increase to $18 billion for its cloud infrastructure in financial year 2026, surpassing Wall Street estimates with forecast of $32 billion, $73 billion, $114 billion, and $144 billion over the next 4 years. Alibaba also expanded its local services, with AMAP launching the world's first behavior and credit-based ranking product, the AMAP Street Sweep List, creating a new credit system for offline services. Using AI algorithms, it quantifies 1 billion users' behaviors on AMAP to reflect merchants' popularity accurately, incorporating Sesame Credit and AI risk control for reliable ratings. The list aims to highlight overlooked quality stores. AMAP also launched the Fireworks Good Store Support Plan, offering over 1 billion yuan in subsidies to drive 10 million daily offline customer visits. AMAP covers over 7 million restaurants nationwide, handling 120 million daily lifestyle service searches and 13 million navigation trips to service destinations. Alibaba's new business targets Meituan's Da Dan Dianping, which countered by relaunching its quality delivery service, leveraging its AI model and vast review data for reliable user recommendations. Regarding JD.com, JD Supermarket held its 11th anniversary event, announcing five strategic initiatives focusing on products, brands, categories, channels, and efficiency to drive FMCG brand growth. It aims to grow its user base from 300 million to 500 million in 3 years. Lithium battery stocks fell sharply, with Ganfeng Lithium dropping over 7% and Tianqi Lithium nearly 8%. Lithium carbonate futures opened sharply lower, hitting a low of 68,600 yuan per ton, near the daily limit. CATL's subsidiary Yichun Times held a meeting to resume production at the Yichun mine, with smooth progress on its mining permit. If production resumes quickly, lithium carbonate may face oversupply, pressuring prices downward. On U.S. markets, August PPI unexpectedly fell, boosting expectations for a Federal Reserve rate cut next week. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq hit record highs, up 19 points or 0.3% to 6,532 and 6 points to 21,886 respectively. The Dow fell 220 points or 0.5% to 45,490, tracked by Apple and Amazon. The Nasdaq Golden Dragon China Index dropped 78 points or 0.95% to 8,152. Oracle surged 36%, its best day since 1992, adding 244 billion to its market cap, reaching 922 billion US dollars. Founder Larry Ellison's wealth rose $100 billion to $393 billion, surpassing Elon Musk's $385 billion to become the world's richest person. Apple and Amazon fell over 3% after a lackluster iPhone launch. Amazon is developing Amelia AR glasses for delivery drivers, set for release by late 2026 or early 2027, with pricing undisclosed. Its SICC unit launched free robotaxi rides in Las Vegas, marking its first U.S. autonomous taxi service. Chip stocks outperformed. Nvidia rose around 4%, AMD 2.4%, and TSMC over 4%. TSMC August revenue was 335.7 billion new Taiwan dollar, up 3.9% month on month and 33.8% year on year, the second highest monthly sales ever. Year to date, revenue reached 2.43 trillion new Taiwan dollar, up 37.1%, reflecting strong demand for advanced chips. U.S. August PPI fell 0.1% month on month, below the expected 0.3% rise, after July's revised 0.7% gain. It marked the first decline in 4 months, with services prices down 0.2%, the largest drop since April. Core PPI also fell 0.1%, below the expected 0.3% rise. Year-on-year, PPI rose 2.6%, below July's revised 3.1% and the expected 3.3%. Core PPI rose 2.8%, also below expectations. Weaker than expected inflation data pushed gold prices near record highs. Geopolitical tensions rose after Poland shot down a drone over its airspace, the first NATO member to fire in combat. Trump urged the EU to impose 100% tariffs on China and India to pressure Russia, lifting oil prices. NYMEX October crude rose 1.34 US dollars or 1.6% to $63.67, and Brent November crude rose 1.1 dollars or 1.7% to $67.49. Our stock pick today is SICC, stock code 2631. SICC is primarily engaged in the research, development, manufacturing, and sales of silicon carbide (SiC) substrates. Is one of the few companies globally capable of mass producing 8-inch SiC substrates, and among the first to commercialize SiC substrates ranging from 2 inches to 8 inches. It is also a pioneer in launching 12-inch SiC substrates. According to the Strategic Emerging Industries Classification 2018 issued by the National Bureau of Statistics, its products fall under 123 high energy storage and key electronic materials manufacturing and 3431 semiconductor crystal manufacturing, making it a strategically important emerging industry, strongly encouraged and supported by the state. Silicon carbide is a compound material composed of carbon and silicon elements, characterized by high hardness and excellent physical and chemical properties. SiC materials offer features such as high voltage resistance, high frequency performance, high thermal conductivity, high temperature stability, and high reflective index, making them a critical material for cost reduction and efficiency improvement across various industries. Compared to silicon-based semiconductors, wide bandgap semiconductors represented by SiC and gallium nitride exhibit superior performance from material to device levels, with characteristics including high frequency, high efficiency, high power, high voltage resistance, and high temperature durability. These qualities position them as a key direction for the future development of the semiconductor industry. In particular, SiC demonstrates unique physical and chemical properties such as high bandgap width, high breakdown electric field strength, high electron saturation, drift velocity, and high thermal conductivity, making it critical in applications like power electronic devices. These attributes give SiC significant advantages in high performance applications such as electric vehicles and photovoltaics, especially in terms of stability and durability. SiC substrates are widely used in downstream products such as power semiconductor devices, radio frequency semiconductor devices, optical waveguides, TF-SAW filters, and heat dissipation components. Key application industries include electric vehicles, photovoltaic and energy storage systems, power grids, rail transit, communications, AI glasses, smartphones, and semiconductor lasers. As a substrate manufacturer, SICC is an upstream participant in the SiC semiconductor device industry chain, playing a critical role in substrate products for downstream use. The company continues to enhance the production capacity and output of its core products. Its Jinan factory has steadily increased capacity through technological and process improvements, while its Shanghai Lingang factory achieved its planned annual production capacity of 300,000 conductive substrates by mid-2024, ahead of schedule, is now advancing its second phase capacity expansion plan with a combined designed capacity of both factories exceeding 400,000 substrates. Recommended buy price 47 Hong Kong dollars, target price $52, stop loss price $44.5. I do not hold the aforementioned stock.